My greetings there. I am Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. So we actually had a lovely individual come back to us and talk to us about the tiny little bit of Lily's garden that we missed.
Yes.
It was so good because we really did accidentally skip through a tiny piece of a day.
Right.
And let's see, and I'm going to find it real quick.
Yep.
And read it to you what we all missed. All right. Okay, so LittleMissKiwykat was super helpful, who actually picked up the series because of us and actually asked us to return and continue it, which was super charming, but was kind enough to recap the little piece of the episode at the beginning of day 6 that we missed, or the piece of the game.
And it was apparently very important, actually.
I know,
They saw us and we were so disappointed.
We're like, of all the things we missed, it was a terrible thing to miss. But anyways, they wrote us a lovely summary, and I'm just going to read it to you with their permission. All right, so Lily had woken up to banging in the night coming from Luke's house and decided to go check it out. She's been woken up every night by something, so that's about per normal.
Yep.
When she gets there, she finds that Luke was sitting in his garage next to the now destroyed car. Lily asked him what had happened, and he tells her that his ex-wife got full custody of their daughter, Karen. He had smashed the car because he was only fixing it to try and win back his ex. And now he's lost custody of Karen, he doesn't see the point of working on it anymore.
Aww.
Then, which is really,
it's really sad.
frustrating and
like,
sad.
Again, I'm like,
crap.
Lily's garden, though, too, is like, this feels very... It feels almost like a fairly relatable, like it's very much like aware of going, like, people really will be like, I'm going to do this thing to get my wife back. Like, it's
to earn what I'm supposed to have. Even us, we're trying to earn permission to get what we have by fixing the garden.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of like struggling in the meritocracy here. And that's kind of profound. And even as you have, like, again, we've sort of talked about the balance between stereotypical behavior and archetypes, and the sort of like profound thoughtfulness of some of the game.
Like, it's really interesting. Like, the story is it's much deeper than I expected.
Yeah, and then Lily here gets really sensitive, which, again, we're sorry we missed this, but suggesting that maybe Luke was focusing on the wrong things to keep custody of his daughter, i.e., winning back his wife instead of providing a stable guardian, like proving to be a stable guardian for her. And Luke tells her he wants to be alone, and so she leaves. And I'm just like, that's so thoughtful on Lily's part to go, look, maybe getting your wife back isn't what will help you with custody. And while you might want to patch up your marriage and your relationship, that right now you might want to focus on just giving your daughter a stable situation that includes both her parents.
Which is probably very apt, considering also we discussed going, my God, dude, like, your house is a mess. Your life is a mess.
Your roof is even destroyed.
A custody fight over this child, you're going to lose everything because you are a disaster.
I'm also like, who does he think, who is his wife that he thinks fixing up the car is going to get her back? Like, was that her primary, hit list of going, the thing I always talk to you about is that old crappy car
Maybe it's literally that thing that a
garage?
lot of guys are taught, is that by giving you gifts or proving how good of a provider only that I am, in that way, then I am allowed to have a relationship, or that's the thing that gives me a relationship.
Right? See, and the thing is that I'm really familiar with as far as things go, especially in like movies and stories, but also in real life from my own parents getting divorced and, having friends that have broken up in relationships and stuff. It's that if someone is feeling like you don't ever hear what their needs are, they can get really frustrated.
Yes.
And a lot of times there will be a man saying, well, she was always asking me to do fill in the blank. So when it was finally the last straw, the end of the line, and she left, then he'll go and do the one fill in the blank that she was always asking for all the time. But by then, it's too late because it wasn't the chore that mattered. It was being seen and having her emotional needs recognized through what was bothering her.
It was kind of like where some people are like, God, every time I kept asking for soup, you kept giving me pizza. I asked for soup and you kept giving me pizza. So it's like a love language thing of going, you're not listening to me. What I really am asking is this thing, because also that other person might not realize that what they're going, but this is a thing that makes me feel good. Pizza makes me feel good.
So when you're saying, I don't feel good, I give you pizza.
Right?
And they're going, but that doesn't help me. It's in the same way that we've talked about recently, how if someone has a big problem in their life and everyone offers the help, but they tell you what kind of help they're going to give you, it doesn't necessarily fix the problem at all, because it's not necessarily what kind of help you need. And this is a complex thing to try and break down quickly, but I'm going to do my best. Basically, say you have someone struggling to get to school in the morning. Like you just have, some kid, they can't get to school on time for whatever reason. Either their parents have left early for work, they don't have any support, they're just depressed, and you've got their friends going, okay, well, I'll come give you a ride. And you've got, grandma going, okay, well, I'll come over and lay your clothes out for you. And you've got someone else, offering these very specific things of going, this will help you get to school in the morning. I'll walk with you, kind of thing.
Right.
But what's really their problem is that in the morning, the first thing they have to do is make themselves food, and they just have so much anxiety over making themselves breakfast, and they can't even get to a point of going, I just don't know how to eat in the morning and that ruins my whole day. And everybody's going, well, let me get you to the school because that's your problem.
Right.
And so they can't, and then you get people going, well, they can't accept my help. Well, they just won't accept help. They just don't want to fix their problem. But it's a matter of figuring out what their problem actually is,
yeah,
rather than what the result of their problem is.
So sometimes it's literally actually asking people going, what are your, what are you actually having problems with, or what is the scenario you're talking about? Like have them like, walk you through it and ask thoughtful questions, open-ended questions that aren't yes or no, to get them to talk about their experience. If you're interested in helping like your friend or your family, or whomever this is experience like is happening too.
All right, so, and then the next morning, Lily makes her way to the art studio to distract herself, which we saw in our last episode, saying that while she feels sorry for Luke, she's not going to push him to talk to her, which is appropriate because they don't know each other well. Honestly, one of the things we've argued about in games a lot recently has been, and not with each other, but with the game, arguing with the game.
Talking about the game.
People just shove their way into strangers' lives, especially in a lot of dating games. You don't know this person, you're immediately, no, I will push my way into essentially what should be private, and they just share. Yeah. And it's like, that is not a good way to get to know someone, by forcing them to talk to you or by shoving across their boundaries. Like respecting them first and then going, maybe I don't get to know you as quickly, but I get to know you in a way more stable and healthy way.
Right?
Anyway, so thank you so much to LittleMissKiwykat for that contribution.
Yes, huge shout out to you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And now we are going to go right ahead with the episode as normal.
Appreciate it.
So let's play a game together.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
All right, so what are we going to do? Remove the studio pergola.
No, restore.
Restore.
Now you can't read.
That's fine.
Nope, now it's you can't read. All right, here we go.
Should just need some replacement wood here and there, some new stabilizing stakes, nothing terrible. Now, I don't know anything about carpenting, so this would be very interesting to find out if somebody who actually did it would go, that's not all you have to do, but cool.
Or actually, all of that wood is, maybe some of it was sealed really well and it isn't actually split or like weather worn.
Right.
And so this is like just replacing the broken pieces.
You've also got to consider, though, that even if it's sealed well, you can still have plants tear apart
grow right through it and into it. Yeah. Need a hand?
Nah, I got it. Just go ahead and pick a design, Lils.
Aha. I have at least 3 ideas. I still loved that. That was so good.
That was really like a winner.
All right. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's very cute.
Oh, that's fun. I don't want straw that's going to fall apart like crazy. That's cute.
That is very cute. Yeah,
let's do it. That's super good. Hey, look at that.
Yay!
I want it almost to look a little bit sturdier, though. Like the beams are still narrow.
The columns a lot, but it just didn't seem to fit.
No, it didn't, the style.
There! This should be nice and sturdy.
Oh, good.
You know, the original pergola wood was cut from a spruce tree. Must have been imported from Europe.
Wow. All right. Tree. Lemon tree? I am not figuring out this mystery.
No, I said spruce. It's part of the pine family. Couldn't be much further from lemons.
I get it. Family photo plus lemon tree is family tree. Huh?
What?
Yeah,
I'm a little like Regina.
So she was. Yeah, I was gonna say. So like, yeah, Lily's in her own head right now, completely on her own. My mystery, Regina. You're something you're not sharing, dear. Beavis, even Rosie. Like,
I thought you were gonna call the dog Beavis, and for 2 seconds, it's Mavis Beacon teaches barking.
Oh my God. Barf. It's just like barf. Aunt Mary is trying to tell us that hairline, I mean, Larry is not related to Arthur.
Or what he's...
Or something. Who knows? I'm jumping to conclusions.
Why didn't she just write you a note? Like, I'm with you. Like, that's...
Well... She loved to make treasure hunts for me when I was a kid. We finally have a connection to the damn photos that have been here everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Except I feel like that's a little bit too much and too extreme. Like,
also
the answer is no.
Why are they all unified Polaroids? And they've been taken over years, and you're going, and I have the proper ones to build a puzzle for you.
And also, who's taking those damn photos? Because not in every single situation
is there someone to take the picture.
We're going to have this secret rendezvous. Someone's taking a picture. We're going to do this thing. Someone's taking a picture. As far as I knew, can you have timed Polaroid pictures? I can't remember.
I would say some of them you could set up with a timer, or you could hook a manual timer to the outside, but that would be wild for him not to be connected to the fact that she was doing that, or him going, well, I'm just going to be part of your aunt's mystery and not tell you and be obtuse about it.
Right.
I think as far as like plot holes, if you will, that they really, the only thing they're missing is explaining the damn photos and who took them.
Right.
Now, some of them, obviously, you could have a professional photographer, and some of them, your aunt herself could have taken, but I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that explains all the other photos I found as well.
Okay, so if you're going to prove that Larry is not family, you need to do a paternity test. DNA and stuff?
Maybe? There might be other ways. Right, so I just need some hair or something from both Uncle Arthur and Larry. Right? That is a big leap. Honestly, there's probably other relatives that you could interact with that could confirm or deny.
Right?
I would think other people in the world may have been present for the birth or what have you.
Well, actually, you need some sweat to be exact.
This feels very old-fashioned fetch quest. So hard.
But I'm also like,
fetch
that's
quest.
excellent though too, because the thing is, so most people go, yes, a hair. Okay, so what they're looking for usually is the
follicular end.
The end of the hair, the part that was in your head.
Yes,
in
and
your
it will still have skin cells, and it will have the cuticle on it.
And sometimes you can kind of see some of the structure as far as I understand, but also in regards to forensics anyhow, there's actually a big long list of people who've gone forensics are not stable at all. They're actually really dangerous to use in terms of like proving things or whatever else, so you have to be careful with
Because some things are not nearly as absolute as people like to act like they are.
Yes, absolutely. Haha.
Sweat. That's kind of gross. Huh.
Lily Bear!
Oh God! I mean, what? I jump a mile. I hit my head on the pergola. I jumped so high.
Speaking of gross,
at least
I'm gonna defend my new girlfriend. Screw you.
At least he has good hygiene, so...
Right.
1+, right?
Yeah.
Talk to Blaine. Can we avoid Blaine? No, it's the
We
only
have
option.
to.
Hi, Blaine.
Why does Regina not go with you?
Right.
So me socially, I understand, maybe it's just trying to be polite, but I'm like, for me, I would really just be like, and she's there, and she'll just stand there.
I was like, it could be that Lily didn't ask her and she wasn't assuming.
Right.
So, I mean, it would be like, given that they don't know each other that much, if she assumes I'll come with you, it could be a little bit invasive. It could be assumptive, if you will. I would say, but if Lily had said, come on, then she'd just be like, yeah, we're going to do this.
Murder.
Blaine, I absolutely do not have time for you right now. And you didn't even change your clothes. But I didn't change my clothes. But I don't own any more clothes because I moved here with almost nothing.
Are you renting this place out? That guy did not look reputable. Or have you already moved on?
Heck no. Is he going, oh, you had to pick a trashy guy because you couldn't get anything better than me? Oh, God. Heck no. That's gross. It's so gross. Blaine, please leave.
Not until you give me an answer about moving back to the city with me.
But I've already given you that answer. Twice. Thank you. I already gave you an answer the last time you were here. I know. And then I told you to put a pin in it and walked away.
Yeah, pretty much, like a jerk. I'll be waiting in my car when you're ready to go.
You're gonna be there a while, dude.
You're gonna be there for days as we go through tasks.
She did come over. See, once she wasn't being invasive of our conversation, she came over.
She probably also was staying out of sight. Sometimes that's a better place to also stay because you're going that way. You can have more of a natural conversation.
Yep.
And also going that way, then I can listen. And if I hear you scream or do anything, I will also be available.
Right.
For you.
If I hear there's a problem, I'll show up.
It doesn't take a hint, does he?
Or a direct statement. Well, stupid Blaine's gonna wait in his stupid car indefinitely because I'm busy.
And I
he
said
can
no.
live in that car for all I care.
No.
And apparently I'll be renting part of my driveway space to him. I'm busy cleaning this old smelly well. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You bet.
You clean that smelly well, girl. You clean it good. Can we not have some of this?
Yeah, it's fine.
You clean it good.
You clean it good. All right, so I just need to look at something really quick because I wanted to talk about this before, but
okay, so
I didn't
we
find
left.
space to do it.
It's gone.
I say, the moving truck is gone.
Okay, so when Larry was here, his moving truck was all the way across the entire road.
The whole road, like both of these spaces.
It was so bad.
Like all the traffic was blocked. And I'm just like, he's also like into the road a little bit. I'm also like, why does no one actually park in the drive? Like this is an actual parking space right here by the mailbox, and no one is using it. They're all like, we'll just park on the grass. We'll block the mailbox. Also, this is illegally blocking the mailbox. If your mail person was coming around, if you were parked in the spaces you were supposed to be, it wouldn't be. Because you could pull up to it like you're supposed to be able to from the road itself.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, nobody knows how to use this. But the van being there last time, I was super like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was super bad. I apologize we didn't get to show it to you, but it was horrific.
I mean, it was there at the end, but we didn't get to commentate on it anyways. Right. Ben, I want to toss them into this well.
Both of them.
All of them.
Me too. Hey, What's that in the bucket?
Oh, it's got to be another photo. And do you really want to toss your good, loving husband into here? Because as far as I knew, he was a man. Hang on. Did you really just say you would toss your husband in the well? Really?
Regina, I just got freaking called out. Excuse me, girl. What was that?
Oh, this is a lot more. It's Uncle Arthur's hat. Looks exactly like the one he was wearing on the lemon tree.
Oh no, is she gonna
Picture.
here's sweat in the hat?
I don't, or a hair or something. I don't know. And there's some loose hairs and stuff on it. Oh my God, your aunt set you up for a paternity test? That is some gross.
Depending on the time frame, though, isn't that a little much? Like, paternity tests are really only, like, a recent thing? Like, within the last 20 years, maybe?
On the other hand, like, even if he died a few years ago, if she set this up just like this year while she was dying, she could have had his hair somewhere, etc. Like an old hairbrush. Some people don't clean things up for a long time.
No, I know, but I'm like, oh my God, hang on. Also, like, old and crusty is not the same as fresh sweat.
It's not. Who knows?
All right, I admit, I don't know how the science works, so you're going to have to forgive me. I'm just a little skeptical.
I'm not sure how long you can collect DNA samples from sweat, from like skin cells stored in like a person's hat, etc. I don't know, but I would be interested. So if there's any forensic people watching this, or you have a friend who knows, you can let us know, because that'd be great. We need to get inside that house without Larry noticing. All my stuff is in there. I should be able to go in anyway. I don't.
Slow down, Lil. Larry is not going anywhere. That's, like, essentially the main problem. We got plenty of time to plan our next move.
Oh, right.
Now, you've got me all worked up on this. Well, cleaning business, so let's do it already.
Well, cleaning business. Not well, cleaning business. Well.
This well cleaning business. Excuse me.
It's the other kind of well.
It's the other kind of man.
It's the well. Where do mansplainers get their water from? A well, actually. Yes. All right, it's from a well, actually.
Oh,
okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cute.
That's very adorable.
Okay, that's a little like.
That's a little
stucco.
Understated.
But also, it's like it doesn't match anything around it.
Nope.
Oh no, that's ridiculous.
That's very
I think I like the first
I like that one.
That's
a lot.
very charming.
That's very cute.
It's very cute. The little plant just being like, I live here now.
I'm here.
Ha ha. Well done.
Ha!
That's cute.
That's so bad. So this cousin of yours, what do you know about him?
He likes margaritas and expensive cars. I remember him from when I was a kid, I think, because he's talked about us knowing each other when we were kids.
Like Blaine's car?
Yeah, I think I got an idea. Hey, Larry, you want to go see this really nice car that's outside? You'll love it.
Oh, God.
You know what? You should go talk to Blaine. Get Larry. Talk to Blaine.
Get Larry. These are the only
Larry
tasks
DNA.
we're getting.
Oh, my God.
They really are just sort of like, okay, you don't have choices now.
This is fairly a linear process in this particular moment. Blaine, I love that music. Could you turn it up?
Oh, Lily Bear, of course.
He always looks like he's about to bite someone. Like there's so much mouth.
teeth.
Like so much tooth, so much mouth. Like he looks way more reasonable in the 3D model.
Right?
For sure. In here, he looks really uncomfortable.
It's true.
All right, here we go.
Does this mean you're coming?
Nope, not enough stimulus. Sorry, dear.
I got myself with Gaston. Everybody else gets along when I bite all my teeth on your legs here, Gaston.
Oh, God.
I am still just deciding. Just turn it up. Anyway, I want a guy.
Purple suit, Gaston. All right. I'm still deciding. Since you didn't listen to my first answer, I can just say that. Turn it up just a teensy bit more.
Oh, God.
Would you?
Please, can we not get in trouble with the cops?
Whoa! Seems like we are
God,
out
I'm
in the
gonna
middle
talk
of
to
nowhere.
myself.
You are gonna talk to yourself.
Buddy, you got one sweet machine there. Is it? I just got whatever the most expensive one was.
That doesn't
I don't
even
know how I
matter.
afford it or interact in terms of like my freaking car insurance so I can actually drive on the road, which if you don't know that in the United States, you cannot drive your car if you don't have insurance.
It is not legal to do so.
Yep.
I wish it would be interesting if you actually couldn't. Like the car doesn't function without it, sort of like a key,
Right.
like it's a pass key of insurance.
Oh, that would be really
Sort of
fascinating.
like removing the boot from the car kind of thing.
Right.
Okay, but not legally, you can't drive.
Yes. Oh, yes, got enough horsepower to ride my whistle.
Go. Find something with Larry's DNA inside the house and run that test. Wait, she's gonna run the test?
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna run the test. Whoa. All right. A few minutes later, I stole his bed sheet because it's really warm out here. Oh,
it's so gross. Gross.
Tell me you just have a paternity test kit sitting in your car, and I will ask you what you do with your life.
Woo! Go get that test done! I love this. I'm sorry, that was very
You're just so excited. You're like, my friend Scanlon, he was like, that's such a good line. I need to do it. It's true. I'm going to do it.
Sometimes we really are just like, that's such a good line.
It is. Sometimes you're like, but some of the dialogue in some of the games, like even some of the games where we've been like, oh my God, we're so just, then you'll hit a line and you're like, okay, that was good. That was really good.
Clever.
Good job. Well done.
Yes.
Clever. Ha ha. Most valuable thing in my kingdom. Like you will be soon.
Yes.
All right. Woo! Get that test done. Huh? What?
What test? Lily Bear,
Yeah, well, the one that sees if the wood is okay in all the carpentry we've been doing. Yeah.
Well, actually,
You go get that pregnancy test done. Woo! Go! Oh, God.
smooth, Lily. Real smooth.
Sorry. I'll apologize later.
Oh, God.
A lot.
But it's going to take days.
5
hours?
Wait, does it actually... Oh my
we can
gosh,
use coins.
something to use our coins for. That's wild. It's a whole new mechanic. I'm gonna do it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we have
if
so many coins.
I was like, I've actually been spending them sort of frivolously to get rewards just for fun, but I had like 15,000 coins at one point, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just pay to continue this level a little while, because why not?
Right?
Anyway, so that's kind of awesome, but if you spend all your coins, that could be a little bit disappointing. But like, I was gonna go ahead and do it. Like, yeah, done. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Don't care.
Bye. You just did it in your truck. Who the hell has a paternity test just sitting in their truck? She's like, I am the daughter of a lawyer. I have everything in my truck.
Excuse me, you do not want to know what I have in my truck.
I might not want to know. It's fine. I don't know.
You ready for this?
I-
Na 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 na.
Heck, yes. Please just tell me. Like, she looks so terrified but enthusiastic at the same time. Like,
Larry's not your cousin. He's not related to Arthur or you at all.
I didn't know you were also a geneticist. Wow.
Wow!
Yes. Except for, has he been adopted?
Oh God, she's just gonna immediately.
Larry! Immediately. Poof. With the music up and everything. I know you're not my cousin, and I have the DNA test to prove it. You get nothing from my great aunt. You're going to get out of my house right now, or I am calling the cops.
I don't. I'm just gonna. He's
Oh
gonna
my
go probably
God.
call his lawyer.
How did I even know you as a kid? Hey! He locked himself in the house.
Call the cops.
It's okay. I have some friends I can call. Or the
Who are you
cops.
gonna call? Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
So there's this bald apparition in my house, and okay, so just for me personally, that's rude to say because it doesn't define someone by being bald or not.
No, not at all.
And I really love that when they interviewed like Gene Roddenberry about, or no, the Next Generation was that
Gene Roddenberry, yeah.
about casting Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc
Jean-Luc Picard.
I know, Jean-Luc. I just like it. No.
Jean-Luc.
I love the one time that Q had to deliver, so he's like,
Jean-Luc
Picard. I just because it always makes me funny. But for Jean-Luc Picard,
yep.
That they said, don't you think they'd have cured male pattern baldness? So was he a good choice to cast? And Gene Roddenberry was like, I think in the future they would have stopped discriminating against it, and it wouldn't matter. And I think that's so great. Like such a good answer of going, we don't have to fix everything. We could just stop deciding it's such a big deal.
Or deciding that it's actually bad / or a problem,
Meaning
as
even
it were.
a thing to fix.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
It's a
it
thing
just
that exists.
And honestly, some people look super freaking cool as their hair changes expression patterns.
Right?
Like, not that you have to deal with, like, if you don't personally like it, obviously, it's nice to have options.
Right?
But again, calling him, hairline or baldy or whatever, those are terms that can really make people who have those sensitivities feel very sensitive, if you will, or feel very like discriminated against or judged or like they're not enough. And that is not my intention here.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. I have some friends I can call. I'm going to do it. Are we going to call our friends? Smoke, Larry. Oh, God. Are we going to send the bees in? Oh my God. Are we going to send the bees in?
How do we do that?
Oh God. Okay, little guys. You remember that jerk, right? The one you didn't like? Why don't you go and say hi?
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Are
We
we
have
a
bee summoner. We have bee charmer. Hey, bees.
I was like, bzz, bzz, bzz. Hey, bees. Oh, bees.
Bees.
Bzz. Come on, bees. You cute as hell. Why don't you go say, I'm like, she's a bee charmer.
Oh,
she's a freaking
my
bee
God,
charmer.
you have
she's
such
a worm
power.
summoner and bee charmer. Good
It's
job.
canon. She is incredibly powerful.
Wait, how are you going to get them there with smoke? Wait,
Whoa. How are you doing that?
huh. I loaded the smoker with lavender flavored steam. Oh, that's amazing.
Can you do that?
I know.
I would love to know. Actually, so this is the thing I've never heard.
I don't actually. I know you can charm bees into locations by putting a lot of flowers there, and by removing the other flowers essentially, or by having the bees miscommunicate. So they have little tiny like bee drones
Right.
that they can use to basically do the bee dance and convince the bee and tell the bees where things are.
Right.
Or what they can do is they can hide sources of pollen that bees had, and the bees come check it out, and they go back and they go, there's nothing there, and have a new one be discovered, and they can determine where it is. I mean, they did a lot of tests where they found out how specific bee dances are.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, and that basically if they put out like 2 bee feeders about a yard apart from each other, whichever one, the one that the scout bee discovered and then told everyone to go to, none of them would accidentally land on the other one because the directions were so specific.
That's great.
Like they really were like within a yard, like a couple of feet of specificity.
Right.
They could go to the source. But I don't know if you can do this at all.
I didn't know that either. I'm like, I could see maybe for like flower pollen or like lighter color, because they actually did mention, so one of the big reasons why also flowers are colored in very specific ways is that bees see on a certain wavelength where the flowers light up like crazy
Like
within their
super,
own
like,
compound eyes.
Ultraviolet colors that you can see in like insect spectrum vision, and a lot of flowers have like almost like landing pad kind of runway directions.
It looks
Here's
wild.
how to get to them. So if you get them under like the right kind of ultraviolet light, etc., like expression, you can see there's all kinds of colors on them we cannot see with standard human vision.
It's really cool.
But I'm curious if that would work, like at all. It's basically catnip for bees.
I'd love to.
I want to find it. I'm gonna have to look this up at some point and be like, holy crap, dude, really? A few minutes later. But does he have any open windows, my dude? Like none of those windows look like they can open. They all look like stained glass single panels. So how did we get the bees in the house?
Well, so I was wondering, going like, so
if everything was closed again, like you could theoretically say he opened windows but had locked the doors. But going, okay, none of those windows look like they can open, except for like the 2 double panel ones up here at the top of the house and down here at the bottom near the cellar.
Also, I'm
you
very
could potentially
happy
swing them.
he's not actually allergic to bees.
Oh God, I hope not.
Oh God.
Get
him off! Ah!
Stand still, dear cousin.
I'm sorry. I feel awful. I just wanted to.
Are you in a financial trouble and you just thought you saw an opportunity to take advantage of someone, really? That sort of weird puppy dog face looks so unrealistic though to me.
No kidding. You know, take the house and the money, nothing terrible.
I just saw an opportunity. I wanted to take it.
Sometimes, though, honestly, you do kind of run into some people where you go, you really are just that, basically selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You are that self-centered and that in pain, where I go, it really sounds like our society has failed so many people.
Because every time they see a resource, they're like, I need that. And they're not considering you, not necessarily out of like malice, they're just not considering you very much in a way of being self-centered, of going, I need this thing, of like, I just have to have everything I can have, otherwise I may not be safe, I may not be cared for, or I'm entitled to this thing. I've had my life, basically, my life has been compromised and, so much has been taken away from me and I've had so many limitations. Now this thing is in front of me, I deserve it.
Right.
And it's like this feeling of that they deserve safety and that they also deserve like stability, but they're not thinking of anyone else's position when they look for it.
Especially in regards to the fact that I think a lot of people don't realize just how much it really is. Like, you're not necessarily even stealing from someone who has a crap ton of money. Lily's an exception. Obviously, she's a character. But most situations, you really do have a bunch of, like, if you have a lot of people who are thieves, they tend to steal from other people who are at the same level as them. You're not helping yourself, let alone really them at all. You're just basically shoving each other down. It's this environment that has encouraged you to basically prey on each other.
And it's really unfortunate because, again, I've seen a resource. One of the things that I've talked about in the past, and probably not on this channel though, is that sometimes friends will push each other or their relatives really hard for a resource because they see it as being available. And it's kind of the sort of thing of, it's a really difficult balance to maintain sometimes when someone needs help, of going, I don't know how much to help you, because if I just give you things, your brain will go come to you for help rather than figure something else out on my own.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that you can't figure something else out on your own or that you're being lazy. It's just that we are keyed to go for the easiest, most directly available resource, because that's good survival.
I was about to say, and most people though are stuck in survival mode. Like genuinely, like most of the people that I have really seen in a lot of my life has been, they are stuck in survival mode, and it is desperately making them unhappy.
Okay, so what I have to point out here now is our lawyer boy, our lovely friend Regina's granddad, was actually completely in on the whole mystery of him and the grandmother being together. And what he was doing was obtusely trying to support her and her puzzle by being vague so that her puzzle could work out after her death, because the reason he told us to keep working on the garden was because he knew we were going to find more pieces of her puzzle and find out about Larry. But what I do need to know now is, how is Larry connected to us at all? Where did he come from, and how did Regina, or like your aunt, know that he was going to try and claim things that you would need DNA and proof, etc.?
I don't know. This is actually really weird to me and kind of suspicious. Now, if you guys have any theories, please feel free to talk about them in the comments.
Yeah.
We're sort of curious, but I find this to be really strange and sort of like, I want to say it was what they say in the role-playing community. This feels a bit like God modding.
Right.
You know, where I'm going to take control of your character and just decide that stuff is going to happen, or that certain things just have to look like in a certain way despite how they would actually need to work in order to work out.
I had this idea for this piece of drama that would add an interesting, chunk to this story and make it interesting. But like, if he doesn't have history with us, where did he come from? And how did our grandma know that he was going to try and take the house?
Right.
So that we would need to disprove his connection to us. So that is what I would like them to wrap up. But I think it's interesting now that our lawyer buddy is like the reason
he's in on it.
That he's totally in on these puzzles, and the reason he told us to keep working out the garden, which sounded otherwise unhelpful, was because he was in love with your aunt and he knew she set this up, and he was totally like, I'm trying to support her.
I wonder if he helped her.
I'm sure he did.
He probably did.
I'm sure he helped her. And also going, I'm trying to support her in being successful with the one thing she wanted to do as essentially her dying wish.
Right.
Like, I set this thing up for my great niece, and this is all I want to succeed.
But part of me still feels like that was really too dangerous to do so. Imagine if it had rained really hard for that well, you would lose all that evidence. Again, there's so many variables that could have just flat out gone wrong. This doesn't work for me very well.
I would say, but in the context of the game, if you assume everything works, it's interesting to see him just try desperately to support his dead partner.
It's sad too.
It is sad. It is also sad.
It's very, it is like sad.
It's
and
a little intense.
It's that bittersweet. Like,
yeah, it's a little bit intense. It's a thing. I'm having an experience. Okay?
Yes, it's feels.
That one, but it's interesting that he actually had reasons for those choices. Feels. #feels, and I like that. Big mood. All right.
I'm driving away right now.
There we go. But is he taking all his stuff?
What's going on here?
Not now, Blaine. We never communicated well before. I'm not going to start now. You never listened to me before. And now you think you're just going to listen while I tell you everything? Wait. Oh, no.
Wait. Larry didn't bring his car, did he? He came in the moving truck?
He did. Yeah. He just steal your car.
My car!
He's a car thief? Oh.
Oh, yeah. Hey! Stop! Thief!
Okay, now we got to get the law involved. Tell me at this point someone will get the law involved.
Please.
Okay, now
or is this how we're just going to get rid of both of them?
Maybe.
Look at him go!
And eventually, I guess he will call the police and it'll
Honey,
get resolved.
you should call the cops.
Yeah, I should. I think I will. Thanks for the help, Regina. Let me just pull out my cell phone and get this solved right now. I know his license plate number.
No problem. I haven't had this much fun in a long time.
That's surprising. You seem like you have a lot of fun in your life.
It says in long time. I haven't had this much fun in long time.
In long time.
In a long time.
I have fun long time.
Wow. I'm gonna head home to hubby. See you later, Lils.
I thought you just threatened to dump him down a well.
Now you want him?
Nah, you're gonna go home and tell him
it's actually
that you were irritated with him and thought about throwing him down a well, and you guys need to clear the air.
Really strongly dislike about a lot of basically like what I call heterosexual romance culture. A lot of it is incredibly either like violent or derogatory in like areas where like, oh, I'm joking, and you're like, that's so mean.
You said something horrifically mean, and then you're like, well, yeah, but we know we're joking.
Well, and it's like, no, but the thing is sometimes it really is like, and then also you watch them and you go, you don't like being around them. You go, God, they just get in the way all the time. Like I've seen so many people joke and you're just like, this is not fun.
Yeah, well, my wife just needs so much support in social situations. My husband, he just can't do anything around the house. And it's like, that's not charming and cute if either of you would want them to be competent in that situation.
There's
and if
also-
you're making a dig on it, you probably aren't happy about it.
There's also a thing that I've seen too. Sometimes people, they're like, oh, this thing, and you're like, and you keep bringing this up every single time.
All
You
the
hate
time.
this.
You can't let it go. You cannot feel comfortable with it. You cannot acclimatize to
This
it.
is not just a, oh, you know, this is just a thing of my life, and then you're done with it kind of thing.
Yeah,
This
no.
is a thing that is constantly like digging at you. And I've even seen some people who complain about it, and then they actually get kind of mad at each other about it. And it's like, you're just not showing where you probably really argue about this, because obviously when I'm around, or other people I've seen me around, they don't really blow off, because people know how to control themselves sometimes in that way.
Yeah, because other people are watching.
And
you
they
know?
just like, you don't like this. This isn't fun. Like, why do we have such a destructive culture in that way? That's what I want to know. Like, what has been encouraged for heterosexual culture? That, like, why does that exist? That bothers me so much.
And it's not that it can't exist during queer relationships, but it's just that it is established as a piece of heterosexual culture.
there's
This
the
is
thing of-
charming, this is interesting, this is expected.
Or-
you just find your girlfriend annoying.
I think the other thing is too is that that's the normal though relationship is the heterosexual one, right?
Yes.
So socially, unfortunately,
They've set the standard.
the standard is, well, that's just what you do. You just fight.
Yep, and you just go, boyfriends are so annoying, but you know, you can't live without them, which is terrible, and I think that's so
God, I
irritating.
hate it.
Thank you for your help today. I holler.
Regina.
Well, Aunt Mary, seems like your grand scheme worked out perfectly, huh? I bet there's more to that scheme, my dear.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
No Blaine, no Larry to bother me anymore. Police cars heading down the road after him. That's amazing.
Lily, get off the road. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
God.
Someone actually gonna use the road?
Right.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, I
Hi.
always want. All right.
All the time, people just standing in the road for 900 years having conversations. Like, we got frustrated in My Mystic Dragons about that too, going, you guys are just having this conversation in the middle of the road. And then you shove someone out of the road, and then you go back to standing in the middle of the road.
It's true.
All right, so we are gonna...
No, we actually do have one more thing because you have to end the day to start the new day.
Right, but I just thought we could do it because we're already...
Yeah, it's fine. All right, fine. So I guess we'll just start the new day with the next one. So this has been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was
great playing with you. Bye!